I help you.
Okay, you can re-enable the challenge time and choose create a new event. Right.
They have some really interesting red light technology here.
Okay,
Mm.
hold on. I have to turn all these things on now.
It's still it's powerful, but it's going deep.
I don't know. I got to get used to this position of the selfie stick.
Awesome.
Drink.
Let's look the other way, like you felt before, but it's gonna turn this on. Here you go.
I can't.
Oh, yeah. There's the red.
Okay, and now this is the near infrared. There we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna record this.
Hi.
So. Record to this computer. Great. So, all right, we are on Rumble. We are on X. I can't get Telegram to work. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. And I think that's all we're at right now, which is good enough. So I'm wondering.
Okay, this is where you're going to be speaking over here when you do speak. I'm going to show you that.
That's the lag. Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
There we go. Okay, if anybody is tuning in now, yep, we got a few people watching. Sorry, we're just getting up and running, everybody. This is the first time I've used all this live stream equipment, so we're doing our best. But the important part is that we are coming to you live from New York City, from the New Yorker Hotel at the New Life Expo. And we've got Doug walking around right now. Doug is there to help us help represent our company and the message that we're trying to get across to help people protect themselves from EMF, and also talking about nanotechnology awareness and all these different things that we talk about here. So anyway, we have Khadijah here manning our chat. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments box and we will try to see if we can take some questions. But Doug, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the event is like, what we're looking at?
That's not fully operational.
Doug, can you hear us?
I mean, I guess theoretically, yes, we have a few.
Doug, I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. Hear me?
Yeah. No, we can't hear you at all.
How's that?
That's fine.
I'm going to walk back over by Fix the World Morocco. So we can show
Awesome.
everybody. Yeah, it's a little quiet now. We were mobbed before.
Here we are.
Live streaming now. I'm just having a problem with the position because I want to show them more, you know? I want everybody to see everything. If I had the front camera, it'd be a little different. I'm on the back, I'm on the face camera. And here's some really nice red light therapy.
Very cool.
Nice.
And we're gonna walk up this hallway over here. Some more interesting stuff over here this way. For people that are not aware of it, this is the Hotel New Yorker. It's over 100 years old. And this is where Nikola Tesla spent his last 20 years. And he passed away in this building. Very beautiful building. Like, watch this, folks. Look at how beautiful it is from the balcony area. Very
Wow.
nice.
Lovely.
So we have all types of everything you can imagine here for health and wellness.
Wow.
That's very impressive.
Habitats for humans.
Especially if they're in really chronic conditions and the doctors have had to do it this. There's something that she needs to mention.
It's a very good word. And this is a very good man. Anyone who walks around the way he does, what do you do in his stature?
I don't know.
He's a man.
I'm
He's a
enjoying
man
the show.
Oh,
Yes.
Of the soul.
From the soul.
In
Really?
this case, we're transmitting live over the internet.
He's a soul man right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hello. Okay.
I love that.
You want to say a few things?
Well, I'm looking at all the different vendors.
Womb healing, yoga. All right.
And it's the healing and the rejuvenation of the womb.
Oh,
Okay.
that's wonderful. Very much needed these days.
Check her out. I know you can see that.
Okay.
You can check out on Instagram, the follow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's the links.
All right, what do I do here? Do I just put it in a line?
Whichever slot you choose, you can choose it to be 30, I can give you me.
All right, we're gonna mosey on over here a little bit. Another display we're gonna show.
It's very nice, Doug.
Thank you. The true story of Jesus and Mary Magdalena.
So at nighttime, when it's dark, the light's gonna come on. In the daytime, when it's light, it doesn't come on.
Thank you.
Those look like nice night lights. Night lights.
This is what you're listening to. This music is coming off of this nightlight. and
You're
that's
kidding.
dark.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I'm sorry for the audio. We can't really hear a lot, Doug. Things are getting,
Oh.
yeah, your microphone is cutting out about 80% of the audio. So
Oh, sorry to hear that. It's
at least
just
we
a
have
lot
a
of,
good visual. We can hear your voice though. So maybe if you could explain some of the different booths and
oh yeah,
what
there's a lot of
things
different
there.
noises. There's a lot of different noises at once, and so I think the microphone is canceling some of the sound.
Noise
We
cancellation.
just saw these night lights. Okay, these are night lights, and when you plug them in, they play different music. I never saw anything like that.
That's clever.
Oh, wow.
Different kinds of music. Is that very cool? Never saw a night light like.
I invent.
I'm talking to, these are members of our team. I'm with Fix the World Morocco. We are involved. Yeah. So we're streaming live now over the internet. So we wanted to show the show. Show at the expo. Show the expo. So this is a book you're selling here, True Story of Jesus and his wife.
Workshop at 6 o'clock tonight, the missing years of Jesus and Mary Magdalene.
Uh-huh.
This
What-
is the audio book
Okay,
in the Gramercy.
okay. All right. Thank you. Hello. Beautiful stones you have. Hello, how you doing?
That's great.
Big device, the dog always change.
Not gonna like letting.
So the beauty of this, so my wife's not here, she like partnered together, so she brought alternative wellness.
Well, that's interesting.
So orthopedic.
Hi. This gentleman, he does sampling with different orthotics he has.
I take anybody out of foot pain instantly. And I'll-
Nice.
To your $10 bill that I can prove.
I got news for you folks. I tried it and it works. He fitted me up with the right orthotic and had me walk around. And honestly, I have issues with my feet and my knees, and I did feel better after doing it.
Yeah.
And he's been in this expo for over 20 years. So he's
Wow.
obviously onto something right. And he explains it all.
I'm 90% on knee, hip, and lower back pain in 1 minute. If
Wow.
I can't take
Wow.
you out of pain here, I'm not taking you out of pain tomorrow. What you noticing your toes are free? So
And he's got all the scientific explanations. A lot of people getting help here.
Yes, yeah.
This is a big fan of Fix the World Morocco.
Hello.
Hi.
She bought some stuff from us today. She's already been to Morocco. She said, "Where did you get your pants?" I was ashamed to tell her. She said, "They're not the real ones. You got the real ones from Morocco." All right. Well,
Bye.
yeah, Fix the World Morocco.
What's your phone, guys?
It's called live over the internet.
Live, just live.1.
No,
Oh, you're-
we're just shooting it live to show people what the all right. We're showing the show. And here's
That's great.
the famous Gary Null booth. Gary is doing lectures today. I saw him. He's got
Wow.
all his books
Wow.
here, all his videos.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Live over the internet right now.
Hi.
All right. I know. We saw him up there lecturing on the next floor. Quite a guy. Hey, there you are again.
My talk was canceled.
That's all right because we're doing an internet thing. And Joe is going to call you, Tavon. He's been a fan
Okay.
of yours and following you for a long time. And he's trying to understand something about your products. And he said he found from somebody that the Orgonite has an issue that he claims where it absorbs so much negative energy that how does it be released? And we were talking about ionizing it in a river and moving water. And so maybe you can make a suggestion or we'll just wait till Joe calls you. Yeah, Joe's going to call you. And you can have a real talk with him because he has a lot of knowledge about Shungite and Orgonite.
Okay.
Yeah, he's there right now, but he knows you're going to call him. Okay, we're just shooting the show now.
Looks like people are walking in. It seems like there's more people.
Yeah, it's going to fill up even more. Hello. You want to say anything? We're live on the internet.
Hello. This is Don.
Hi.
Speaker. How you doing, everybody?
All right.
No.
He's got all his books here.
My books. This is the new one.
Oh, brilliant.
The way forward.
Solutions to the mess the world is in.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Need
Excellent.
some solutions, Donald. There's another Donald that thinks he has the solutions. I don't know. You probably have better ones. like the old saying goes, follow someone who seeks the truth, but don't follow someone who thinks they found it. Oh, all right. Very good, Donald. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you? All right.
Hi. Beautiful.
All right, we got another room.
Awesome.
We're gonna go to another room.
How many rooms are there?
Wow.
Oh, there's a lot of rooms. There's a lot of booths. There's a lot of stuff here, trust me. Look at all these stones, Tavon.
Yes,
Oh, beautiful.
that's beautiful.
And what are we promoting here? Better way to clean your teeth. All right.
Yep. Nice.
Donna McGrath. Hello. Want to say hello? We're live on the internet.
Hi. No, it's a lot of stalls.
All right, you got your chance now, bud. This is Christopher Key.
What's up,
And
guys?
he's got a few things to say. You're live over the internet right now.
And let's go over to my.
Yeah, let's talk to Christopher.
Real quick, guys.
He is the vaccine police officer.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, again, guys, I'm so happy to be here. I'm in New York. I've never been to New York, and there's some nice people. There's some rude people. There's some good people. Hey, that's everywhere, plain and simple. But again, I fear no man. I fear not Satan. I'm the vaccine police. I'm the most hated man in America. Why? Because I help people without drugs, without chemicals, without surgery. Okay, I've been part of 4 national championships, 3 Super Bowls. I've been on the cover of Sports Illustrated, been on 60 Minutes. You name it, I've done it. But my greatest accomplishment in life was the day I became a father. And that's when everything changed for me, guys. I was the most respected man in health and wellness because I brought a device called the BodPod that's now the gold standard around the world. And I loved pharmakia. I love what is now, I believe, sorcery. Okay, it is completely it's pure evil. I used to push vaccines. I used to have a bunch of health clubs, and we would do vaccine clinics at my club. Okay, and then everything changed the day my God, the Father, made me a father, and that's when my twins were born with the most rare disease on the planet called phenylketonuria. Most people have no clue what this is. This is where my twins will never eat protein. No milk, no chicken, no cheese, no fish, no birthday cake, no ice cream. Nothing that has protein will my twins ever eat. If they do, it becomes toxic, goes straight to the brain, causes the most extreme mental retardation there is. Okay. When I went to my pediatrician and told him about this, he said, Mr. Key, I've only read about this. I've never had a child with PKU. I'm a huge researcher. I love research. And this is when God slapped me over the head and said, Christopher, you only know what you've been taught. Test and prove all things, not some things, but all things. And I promise you, if you do this, you'll find the truth. And this is where God showed me that vaccines are all poison. Not one single one of them should ever be injected to an animal, much less a precious child. Okay. But when I told my doctor about the PKU, he's like, Christopher, I've only read about that, never had a child, much less 2. I said, well, Doc, are there any, can you tell me anything about vaccines? He said, Mr. Key, I'm glad you asked because your kids are part of this new study, with new schedule with your children are going to get 72 vaccines before they're 18 years of age. And I'm like, Doc, I only have like 8. 72, why? He says, well, I don't know. That's just a new schedule. I said, well, Doc, can you give me a study? Give me a study that this new schedule safe. And he says, Christopher, there's thousands of studies. Christopher, there are tens of thousands of studies. I said, well, great. Can I see one? He said, do what? I said, can I see one? He said, right now? I said, you got my precious twins on the table, about to inject them with this new schedule of 72 vaccines. Yeah, I got to see a freaking study. He said, Mr. Key, nobody has ever asked me that. And I said, well, brother, I'm asking you. You know, I got to see the studies. He said, Mr. Key, I don't have time to get it for you right now, but I promise you, I'll have it emailed to you before your next visit. I said, well, great. You're not touching my kids today. Get it emailed to me. Let me look over this and do what my Heavenly Father commands me to do, and that's test and prove all things. A week goes by, nothing. 2, nothing. 3, nothing. 4 weeks, nothing. We go back for our 4-week checkup. The nurse has 3 shots out for my son, 3 shots out for my daughter. They're about to inject them, and I'm like, man, what are you doing? That's like, Doc, go get Doc. We need to talk. Doc comes back in. He will not look at me, guys. He's like, Christopher, there are no studies. But Christopher, they have to be safe. They've been approved by the CDC, the FDA, the AMA. You don't trust us? I said, hell no, I don't trust you. You told me there were tens of thousands of studies. Now you're telling me there's not one, and I'm supposed to trust you? I said, brother, you took an oath. You took an oath to do no harm. And I watched you inject that child over there, and you want to inject this into my children?
Yeah.
It's not. He said, Christopher, you're getting off loud. I said, you dang right I am. He said, you need to leave. And I left that day, and my life changed forever, because I went down that rabbit hole of vaccines, and vaccines took me to water. Water took me to food. Food took me to supplements. Supplements took me to herbs, and then herbs took me to frequency. God spoke, and we were. Everything is frequencies, guys. Please, if you're hearing anything in this brief interview, God spoke. Everything's frequency. And anybody out there that's listening, this right here is why the government shut me down 11 years ago. Anybody has pain, and so many of you guys are in pain right now, this right here, I will give to anybody in the world for free. I'll ship them anywhere in the world for free, except for my great state of Alabama, because I have a court order for life. For life, I can't have anything to do with health, wellness, and pain management. This little chip for pain, you put it anywhere you have pain, the pain is greatly decreased by God instantaneous. No drugs, no chemicals. And then, guys, right now, you want to put this on the other one's for energy and to help protect the cell phone. This is going to help you. They're about to really crank up this 5G. I know you guys have some amazing products that are unbelievable. Please, guys, get those frequency products, because they will help you tremendously. And look, I believe there is no disease. All there is lack of cell-to-cell communication. When the cells quit communicating, they cause inflammation. Inflammation has many names from pharmacia: cancer, COVID, mumps, measles. Okay, there is no disease. All there is lack of cell-to-cell communication. You make the cells communicate, which is what all your products do. They're unbelievable. But then, hear me, guys. But then you have to get the toxins out. Dr. Robert Young right now is in prison because of this product right here, and because of what he's exposing. Because there are, I repeat, there are no viruses. It is a make-believe story. It is pharmacia sorcery, all perpetrated by Dr. Pasteur, okay? And it puts you in fear, okay? Because you think you're going to get spread a virus. They're make-believe, guys. It's frequencies. This right here, 200 peer-reviewed published papers to prove that they're able to get the nanobots, the nanotechnology, the graphene oxide, the mercury, the aluminum. Guys, please, Masterpiece is a miracle. Please pray for Dr. Robert Young. They're sentencing him on 28, 16 years in prison. I will be there speaking before the judge, and I need you guys out there to help me go there, to write letters. We'll give you all the judge's information and whatnot. And then finally, guys, right here, Masterpiece, IGF-1. Why are they getting rid of the eggs? Because the eggs contain IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor. Everybody out there knows about HGH. Any anti-aging doctor in the world will tell you, if you want to stay young, if you want to slow down the aging process, you want synthetic HGH. If the average person like me can't afford it, okay, it costs $4,000 a month. It's synthetic. I won't have nothing to do with it. And you have to inject it in your subcutaneous fat. When you do that, your liver transfers it to IGF-1. That is the building block for life. Okay. Dr. Rick Lentini, a very good friend of mine, he has deer farms in New Zealand. His deer, their antlers are literally the fastest growing substance on planet Earth. They grow an inch a day. If you go to the farm, stay there for 24 hours.
That's amazing.
You see it grow an entire inch. Why? Because the high concentration of IGF-1 that's in the tip of the antlers, he's been able to freeze dry it out from the lipo delivery system that his scientists patent that gives the temple 98% absorption. But more importantly, guys, clinical data to prove that it increases your IGF-1 levels by 60%. This is why this product was banned by the NFL, PGA, Major League Baseball, the NCAA. And if you guys go to getigf1.com, getigf1.com, and use coupon code, what do y'all want your coupon code to be? I'll make it up right now. Give me, what's your coupon code?
Fix the world.
What?
Fix the world.
What you say?
Fix the world.
Fix. That's too many letters. Make it
FTW.
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 Listen, anybody out there that's listening right now, If you go to getigf1.com, getigf1.com and use the coupon code
FTW.
FTW, will give you 10% discount, and I will give you a free bottle. A free bottle. Okay.
Wow.
Please, guys, this is so important. You can't go preach God's word if you don't take care of your temple. They are poisoning this temple, and I need help. I can't do this alone. Okay. I need help. And brother, you men out there, Men's Edge, our men are a bunch of pansies. They got no testosterone whatsoever. Okay. This right here increases your testosterone levels by 40%. 40%. And we haven't forgotten about you women. You women, you need IGF-1 too. It's the building block for life. If you don't want to age, if you want to look beautiful into your 20s and look like you were when you're in your 20s and 30s, this product will do that along with Masterpiece. And again, before I close it, don't believe nothing I say. I'm a crazy nut. I'm crazier than again. I'm crazy. Okay? But the Lord commands you to do. And that's test and prove all things. Not some things, but all things. And I promise you, if you do that, God will show you the truth. Never forget it, guys. Christ is key. Christ is key, not life. Love you guys. God bless.
Amen. Love you. Thank
God
you.
bless. Wow.
Take care, brother.
What a powerhouse.
That's the mouth from the south.
That is incredible. Thank you
Thank
so much.
That was awesome.
Vaccine Police. We love his work. I've been following him for years, ever since COVID, and he's got some real guts, that guy. God bless him.
These are beautiful stalls.
The power of your own stem cells.
Oh,
Wow.
wonderful.
LifeWay. Hello. All right, thank you.
Now, gives us some hope for the world. Maybe going through something now, but hopefully we'll come out a little bit better on the other side.
I'm gonna come back for this because I need my hands free. Thank you.
Wow. So do they have like the whole floor?
Yeah, this is huge. It's
They
huge
could-
Yeah.
space.
Open?
There's even more stuff. Oh no, there's a lot of stuff.
This is med bed, right?
Oh, that's
They
great.
can
It's
climb
a
up.
chamber.
I think there's something. Well, those are conference rooms. Oh, we might as well go up there anyway. We'll take a climb up the stairs.
Yeah, I was listening to it. That's the same.
I don't think that we're gonna necessarily see much, but these are some of the people that are here.
Okay.
Last year, I went to his home and he said to me, he says, can you believe it?
There's nothing
They
going
don't
on
want
there.
to run, they don't want to run a trial on humans.
Head back down, right?
Yeah, we can go
Tom,
back
when
down.
you get a chance, I wanna have you explain red light. See, there's something over here. Hey, there's New York the way it used to look.
Oh, what's needed, but that was challenging. to say the least.
Yeah, they had to remove part of my spinal column. I'm gonna go downstairs. I did not do that. I saw it. You did not.
See if we can bust into a conference.
So these conferences are all going on at the same time right now, right? In these
Well,
sep-
yeah, they're in different rooms. Like there's one room and here's another room. Somebody speaking here. Gary Noel was in one of these rooms.
At that time,
Now, we're going to be speaking tomorrow. Tavon and I are giving a presentation on EMF protection. And that would be tomorrow, Sunday, I think it's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
We're gonna go back down to the main floor.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna see if there's anything else that I missed. There's something over here. Oh, no, no. I think it's over. Oh, no, it's not.
Now, last night, when everybody checked in, there were so many people in that hotel. It took like my sister said something like it took a long time to walk.
Yeah, it was a mob
from
scene.
one side of the room to the next. It was totally full. So, but New Yorkers, New York's a city that never sleeps. So people like to stay up late at night.
One of your exhibitors here. This is Mark Becker, who's the founder of the New Life Expo.
Hi, Mark.
Hey,
How you doing?
Would you like to say something to the folks?
Who is my exhibitor?
Fix the World Morocco.
Hey, Fix the World Morocco. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, thank you, Mark.
What would you like to say about the expo?
Well, basically what's happening is the New Life Expo has been around 35 years. And we do it to help people reach their maximum potential, help people open their minds to all possibilities. When we first started, people weren't drinking bottled water. They didn't have purifiers. They weren't doing herbs. They weren't doing yoga. Vegetarianism was the thing of the past. They thought I was going to die, and now I'm 77, so I didn't die. And so what we are is having people take responsibility for the self, for their health, for their life. And so this is why the different modalities like yourself, people can learn that the future is now.
Yes.
Because by the time the rest of the world gets to that future, it's the future.
That's right. That's right.
For being a part of it.
All right. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Where you
Mark.
want.
All right, come on down. Okay. So there you go. That's from the man himself.
Okay. Wow, it's a big venue. It's a big venue.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. The big crowds will be piling in from now on. And because tomorrow's Sunday, I think it's going to be busier because we'll have that off. And here's somebody coming out of a hyperbaric chamber right now. And here we are, back at Fix the World Morocco.
How you doing, Cece?
Hi.
Where's your other half?
Went to grab the mixed bone shields and the blue pendants. Those are the two things we don't have now.
Okay.
I've been having to make my own bags. I'm like, I only did this.
Now, for anybody that doesn't know, this is Cece. And if you're ever emailing us, she's the one answering all your emails. She's the one manning that inbox all the time. Cece is my sister and her husband, Matthew. They're both there right now representing us. And they are in charge of our U.S. distributorship. She has sent out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orders to all of our customers. So thank you so much for being there and representing.
All right, we're going to engage somebody now. Hi, you'd like to tell us about Cardio Miracle? We're live on the internet right now.
We're live on the internet. Hey guys.
This is Fix
Hi,
the
how you
World
doing?
Morocco. Those are the people that own Fix the World Morocco.
This is Cardio Miracle. We are a comprehensive nitric oxide supplement. Now, what that means is we contain 58 whole foods and ingredients, which includes our minerals as well as our vitamins. And all of our vitamins are based out of those 58 foods. And what that does for your body is it creates a synergy when you drink it. your body will start to produce nitric oxide based off the amino acids almost immediately in your mouth. Then you have your gut as well. You can produce more nitric oxide. From there, you can heal and enhance your respiratory system, your cardiovascular system, renal function, and we also help with neuropathy and blood flow if anybody's dealing with anything in their extremities. And then if you're already pretty healthy, you'll get an increased stamina, blood flow, as well as mental clarity and energy. That's kind of a product.
All right, thank you. Thank you
Excellent.
very much. I'm going to show your product now. So.
Thank
everybody-
you.
There's the cardio miracle. It comes in bags like this.
Mhm.
Single serves too.
Based regard, if somebody wants to scan the QR code, they can go to
Yeah, there's the QR code.
Nice. Yeah.
You get 20% if they scan the QR code right now. Okay, thank you.
Excellent. And I see you're on the cover of Top Doctor magazine.
That's yes. Top doctor.
Yeah.
our product of the year award tonight.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations. We're going to be on the cover of Top Doctor magazine next issue.
Oh, great.
Yep.
And they're going to be speaking tomorrow.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. What are you guys speaking on?
EMF protection.
EMF protection. Great.
That's
Yep,
what we're.
That's what we do.
Oh, you
that
got
is-
some masterpiece. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Masterpiece.
Nice.
Wonderful.
I've been taking Masterpiece for a year.
How have you found it to be?
I think it's great. I've found a lot of sensitivity when I go into the city around EMF. Like,
Yeah.
my irritation is much less now with the Zeolite.
Good.
Good.
Excellent.
Awesome.
That's consistent use.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Find somebody else to talk to. Who else can we talk to here? They got saunas here, but no sauna people to talk to. Are you the sauna guy? Oh, great. I want to talk to you. Tell me something about your saunas here. These are
Far infrared.
these are far infrared?
Yeah, visible light.
Okay.
And pulsates the water. You get regeneration.
By the way, we're live over the internet, so talk to the audience.
Hi.
Well, tell them about relaxsaunas.com.
Relaxsaunas.com. That's right. So we have generators that generate the light on the bottom.
Yes.
Those generators, which look like this. Spot on one right here. That's what the generator looks inside. This has a semiconductor technology. So the semiconductors convert the light to full emission of the far infrared light. It took them 10 years to develop this.
Wow. Yeah.
10 years to develop it. And far infrared is invisible light. Near infrared light. You have red light, blue light, and then far infrared light, which looks like this spectrum. This is near visible light to the eye. That's
Yes.
red. Blue light gets a little bit lighter, goes about 1/4 of an inch into the body. And then far infrared light, which is what we are, goes about 2.5 to 3 inches into the body,
Wow.
Okay.
penetrating the body. So the light goes inside and it pulsates your water molecules. Your water molecules pulsate, and that's what helps detoxification. It helps with inflammation. It helps with neuropathy. It helps with a variety of ailments. So that is our key opponent, is that it pulsates the water inside of the molecules.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
Awesome.
tell us something here.
Excellent.
And so here's regular sweat. This is what you normally sweat. And this is what you sweat out of far infrared.
Oh, this is great.
One of the biggest
Wow,
things I
okay.
tell people, this is one of my biggest notes, is that when you're working out, whatever you're doing in a sauna and you start to sweat, we're like a sponge. So all toxic sweat reabsorbs into the body within 2 minutes. So even
Okay.
if you're doing the right thing and you're working out, you have to incorporate water and a shower into the process.
That's good to know.
That allows it not to go back into the body, but to actually get it down the drain. All right.
Okay.
And this is what you want to get rid of. Plastic is the biggest thing going on right now. Microplastics. Their average person is taking in 1 credit card full of plastic a week.
Wow,
1 week, one credit card. It was
I heard-
52 weeks.
Someone once said, to me,
Wow.
that is a lot of, oh my
I
goodness.
heard a month. I never heard a week.
Yeah, no, it's a month. I mean, 1 week that you're doing. So far infrared light is the only proven thing to get plastic out of the body.
Didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. And so, and one of the reasons we have our head out, you have your head out because when you're in a conventional sauna and you're overheating, the brain goes into fight or flight. After about 15 to 20 minutes, you feel great. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh my God, I'm ready to pass out. This allows you to get in a there. Your brain gets overheated, so you can go farther in the spectrum, push the body even farther, but you can still fluently think, go, oh, my thoughts are okay, I'm okay, I can drive a little bit farther. So then you get a really, really, really deep sweat.
So tell me, what does one of these units actually cost?
Here, normally 2,000 at the store, he's got it for 1,350 at the conference.
Okay,
Then you
Yes,
get a
yeah.
free shipping at the show also.
very nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Which is if you're gonna go buy a hot tub or a whirlpool or a
Mm-hmm.
sauna, go spend $5, $10, $15,000.
Easy. Yeah.
then
Yes.
your load is $50 a month. These are one cord comes out plumbing, goes right into the wall with a 110. It uses 15 cents of electricity for every half an hour.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty.
So you can run this all month long.
Yeah.
It might cost you $2 or $3.
Well, now tell me this.
That's great.
And they self-clean themselves. So you zip it up after I sweated profusely.
Mhm.
Zip it up. I put a towel over this. I turn on my element right there and it self-cleans itself within 15 minutes.
Wow.
That's great.
So it's self-cleaning, which is another big factor.
And
Yes.
so
Yeah.
when somebody goes in there, how long do they usually stay inside?
Everybody's a little different. Generally speaking, general sessions are from 12 to 20 minutes.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you build up. So if you've had it for a month, you might be up to 22 to 25 minutes. Some people will do 20-minute sessions in, 20 minutes out, 20 minutes in, 20
Okay.
minutes out. They'll do that 4 or 5 times.
And this is not for pregnant women, right?
This is for pregnant.
Oh, it is
people,
good?
For autistic people. It's for
Okay.
people with heart conditions. If I was autistic, just treat it like this. You never zip it up. And you have it over your shoulder and the light. One of the biggest things I can tell people is the light that heals the body, not necessarily heat.
Mhm.
So the sun is healing an Eskimo. He never is in 95-degree weather, but he's still getting this infrared from the sun. It's like a turtle egg in the sand, 6 to 8 inches in the sand. The sun comes through the sand and pulsates the egg. And that pulsation is what the Chinese would call qi, and it creates life. It's the same thing with our own bodies. The pulsation, it's the light that's healing the body, not necessarily heat. Now, if I want to be optimal and I really want to get the plastic out of my body, you gotta zip it up. You gotta sweat your butt off,
Mhm, mhm.
get into a shower and get the stuff down the drain.
Yeah.
That's next level.
Yes. Oh,
There are only saunas that are light healing machines.
Wow.
I'll say.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation.
That's
All right.
awesome.
Relax saunas with an S.com.
What's it?
All right.
What's his name? What's his name?
What's your name, my friend?
I am Devonshire.
Okay, Devonshire.
Yes.
Very nice.
Devonshire.
Thanks.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Very nice to meet you.
All right, Devin. Good to see you. Thank you. Now, this looks a little like what I'm wearing. Those are nice. We're gonna get with the red light people now, and we're gonna let the red light people talk to us and tell us about what they do. All right, we're gonna get a red light seminar right now. And here's the fellow who's the head of the company. Okay, his name is Don Kerber.
let you go. All right, call me back when you can, 905-517-3606. Okay, bye for now.
Tom Kerber,
Yes.
you're live on the internet now. We want to get an explanation of your red light therapy and
Okay.
why your products are superior.
All right. Well, first of all, red light therapy from the standpoint, it's been called all sorts of things. Hi. It's called all sorts of things. Full level laser therapy, low level laser, low level light therapy. I mean, there's the list goes to 100. But now they've brought it all together, calling it photo biomodulation. Photo, light, bio being biology, and modulation. You know, you can change that's occurring, right? Okay, so anyways, I have developed all this technology. It's not new from the standpoint, everybody's probably heard about red light therapy, but the difference being is we have significant optical power. I'm an engineer, that's my background. I've done all sorts of crazy things over the years, but the last 16 has been in the medical space. And when we can take light and go into the brain through the skull, and I do a demonstration where I'm shining right through a human skull, the light energy, enough light energy to go right through the skull and reach the brain. And the craziest parts is to see what light can actually do in the brain is beautiful. So we've been able to help with concussions. I've directly seen people. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Adam. So here's an example. This is Alfred. Alfred gave up for science. By the way, I didn't take him out. He's okay, but you know, people would say, "Oh, but I got a thick head or my skull." But light actually going right through.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I've got that much, I've got a lot of light power. So if I even turn the skull around and turn it that way, you can see it shining in the brain.
Yes, it is.
So this is the amount of, this is actually one of the waves you can see going right through my hand. Okay. That you're not even seeing the other wavelength that's 810 nanometer, which just looks a little purplish. But this wavelength can penetrate much, much deeper than the red. And the key thing that we're doing differently than everybody out there is you've probably seen the red light panels out there, the big ones. Well, if you took those, you'd have to do this to it. You'd have to squeeze it down like this. And now you're getting close to what I have in energy. So if you had that and you're trying to treat your shoulder, that's got a limited amount of energy to go a certain depth. But if I condense that, if I increase the potency, I can go much deeper into the body. So that's the brain. So I've been able to see seizures. I'm just reading from my list because it's a little easier to remember that way. Besides, I've had talked to 1,000 people already today. Well, that's exactly over 100 anyways. But seizures, concussions, stroke, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression. We had a study done in West Virginia for opiate addiction and depression. Significant improvement with only 2 3-minute treatments a week over 2 months. Significant improvement in their lives with the ones that were treated with the light compared to the ones that weren't. That was done at Shepherd's University in West Virginia. We've seen all sorts of cognitive issues, migraines. Been able to wipe at the last show I was at, put the helmet on, and we wiped out migraines and 2 people like within, they did 1 round of 1 minute and 3 minutes. They had an improvement in their like it wasn't as intense. And then we did another round of 1 minute and 3 minutes and total elimination of the migraine in that short of time. So migraines, strokes. I got 2 different people. One, well, more than that, but in particular, one guy was 2 months. He's 2 months prior, he had this stroke, and he could not speak. I mean, it was impossible to try and understand him. And you have to, and if you're on the phone, there is no way you could understand him.
Right.
And 1 treatment, and the next day he was able to speak clearly. Another guy, 20 years not being able to speak clearly, and one treatment, and he was able to speak clearly. Now, somebody who has this for a while is probably going to need to do this ongoing. It's not
Okay,
once.
Tom, you have a couple of people being treated with your advanced helmet.
Yes.
Can you explain some things about the
Okay,
helmet
yeah,
here?
sure. So what we're doing is we're treating, there we go. There you go. We just slowly lower the helmet. There you go. So right now what we have is we have the bright red 660 nanometer going on. And 60, as I mentioned, does not penetrate as deep as the 810 nanometer. But the key here is we can get through the skull, like I just showed you, and improve the blood flow inside the wall of the skull with the brain. So this we do for 1 minute. And then because that's pretty much all we're going to accomplish with that wavelength, we're going to increase blood flow. We're going to cause lymphatic system drainage, which lymphatic is in the brain. And that's good for toxin removal. So we're going to switch this in 1 minute to the near infrared, where it can really penetrate deep into the body, into the brain.
Right.
And we've been able to see some beautiful, beautiful stuff happen. So
That's excellent.
www.sunpowerled.com.
Okay.
You got to power with an LED, led.com. You don't, you end up looking for solar panels for your house. So it has to be sunpowerled.com. Anyways, on there, I've got videos. I do once a week, Tuesday interviews, Tuesday evening webinars. On this Tuesday, anybody can sign up. I got a lot of people following me, watching the webinars. What we're seeing, Kate, are we at 1 minute here now? Okay. So there we go. We're going to switch to the other wavelength right now. Now, this doesn't look very impressive, but we're just going to show you that inside, you could see that little bit of a glow there. That's actually more intense. More intense. Same power, but going much, much deeper.
Are the LED, is it an LED that's multicolor, or is it different LEDs?
No,
Okay.
I fix the LEDs, and the reason being is that lowers the power. I want 100% maximum power coming into the brain. I don't want to share it with amongst 4 wavelengths. So if you switch it to 660, you got maximum power there. It cost me double because I have twice as many LEDs right off.
Yes, but it's worth it.
But it's worth it. Exactly. So we've so I had a person with a couple people with concussions, bad concussions, kids, and the turnaround is just unbelievable. Like we had the one that smashed his head in the concrete.
Oh wow.
He couldn't, he kept asking his parents, why does my head hurt? And they tell him, and 2 minutes later, he'd ask the same thing, zero short memory. And he went and under the light the first time, he couldn't do anything. Like he was in a dark room, no videos, just some audio, and that's it. And the next day, he could not, he's an avid book reader, could not read a sentence without getting sick. And the next day he was able to read a book after the first treatment.
Wow.
This is the kind of stuff that we can do with high power light. You can do helmets to try and grow some hair. Okay. And this stuff as a byproduct has grown some hair for some people. That's not my thing. But hey, why not if you want some?
Well, that's because you got lots of hair, Tom.
I got lots of hair, so no
Tom,
problem.
Why don't we show the stuff over here and see what you got to say about what you got here?
Okay, all right. So this is my mini canopy here, and this is 1 foot squared. Out there we go. So this is the
oh my goodness.
Okay, and this is equivalent to 15 of these palm lights that I just showed you. That's the palm version. So that's 15 of those, and about 12 times the energy of one of these devices. But it's very, very intense. That's what I want, because what you don't want is, I won't get into announcing a manufacturer here, but
this is 90%. I guess I'm giving a little benefit of the doubt here. Probably 99% of the LEDs on panels look like this. Now, I don't know if you can see, I can't see. Can you see just the spot of light?
Yeah, I see spots.
Spot and nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll measure the light right there and say, look how powerful our light is. But
Right.
all the area is nothing, okay?
Yes.
Or, oh, if we go and take one of my light panels, like this one, when you put it on there, it's see it. I just put the
Yes.
paper,
Yeah.
and it's all even light, so it's very, very intense. Without
Yes.
hot, same thing. See how close I got the LEDs. It actually causes the light to work together. Here's a diagram up here that shows how that's the standard kind of approach. But what I do is I put them very close together, and they're very powerful. So the light overlaps. That ends
Overlaps. Yeah.
up much deeper than these little tiny spots there. So
Yeah.
I really do understand this stuff. It's been my last 16 years. My background is 45 years in electronics. And
Wow.
when it came to helping both my wife and myself with problems, that's where all this has gone to do what we've been doing. So
Look,
that's
this is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing, sir. It's really an honor to see you see your products.
well,
Excellent.
it's really cool. One thing I'll mention, if there's anyone out there with autism, we're going to be 2 weeks from now. We're going to be in San Diego, and we've been able to see some beautiful stuff with autism. One of the kids, now I've said this story 50 times. So did I autism or no?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, so one of the kids was one of the, I don't know, I'll just describe him as a headbanger, somebody that's really, self-inflicting injury. Well, after the first treatment under the light, we're talking 4 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes of the near infrared. He was much calmer. The care worker and his mother were very surprised. 2 days later, he came down, did it again, even calmer still.
Okay.
And on the third treatment, even calmer still. But the neat part was they'd always have to tell him put the seatbelt on. The first time that he did it on his own without being asked. So he was actually, the cognitive side of things, really neat. And then we had another young woman, 20-year-old, that's a speller. They have to tell you what they're trying to say, and on a little pad. And she says, "I really think this is helping me."
Oh, wow.
It was something else, it's beautiful.
It was beautiful. Also, you're giving them hope. You're giving them hope. They see a way out. To recovery, and it's beautiful.
So I have bigger versions as well. So any type of small to big, whatever. And it's so neat to connect with you. And I'll just say, if anybody wants to send something to like question or whatever to info@sunpowerled.com. That's info@sunpowerled.com. But especially for this thing with autism, I would love to have a few more connections in this field. I went into it a year ago, and I just recently learned that, of all this time, we've got these devices, all these devices with enough energy reduces inflammation in the body. That's key, is inflammation.
It is.
And it didn't connect till Steve Kirsch had a panel on about a week ago for autism. And he had the whole group, and I put the super chat out. What about the connection between inflammation and autism? Is there one? And everybody's like, how much is it? How much of it is a factor? And they said it's like 100%. Like every kid has inflammation in the brain. Well, we have an inflammation buster.
All right.
So thank you for taking the time with me, and thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And I do podcasts and webinars and all that kind of stuff. So if anybody wants to pick up on that, that'd be great.
I'm gonna put you in
Think
touch
so.
with our team because they have a regular podcast and maybe they'll have you on as a guest.
Yeah,
Okay?
that sounds like a great
Yeah, I think
idea.
that'd be great. That'd be good.
You're our friendly neighbor and I've already gotten a treatment here and it's phenomenal. It's fantastic.
You did it for your back.
I got the head treatment too, my brain and my knees and my back. They did all of it.
I didn't know he'd be such a special case, but you know, some guys.
Praise the Lord. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
So
Doug, we've got, so if you could just head on over to Cece and Matthew there at our booth, because we've got some questions. We figured we would
Okay.
answer them live on the air. Hi.
questions for you.
Yes, of course. Okay, I'll find you again. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Got it.
All right, what can we answer?
Okay, so we're going to answer a question. So I just got a text from you, and I'll just read it live here so people know what we're talking about. So there's a few people that have sold something like our product over the last few years that have been at the expo, and they're asking what's different about our stuff.
Well,
Right.
I'm trying to separate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure everybody knows who's watching the live stream or who sees it afterwards. So Tavon and I, we're the ones with the engineering and all the technical answers. And Cece and Matthew are like all about customer service. So I wrote so much information on our signs so that hopefully we can answer a lot of these questions because we've been getting lots of questions today. So let's answer this one. What makes our products different?
Different from what? Something done previously in the past?
Other Orgonite.
Other Orgonite. Okay. All right. Well, we intentionally, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say some of the ones I've been seeing are metal.
Other people coming through that are wearing pendants, and some of them are
Different kinds of EMF protection pendants that work in all different ways.
Yes, right.
Okay. So would you like to answer that?
I'm trying to.
Okay, sorry.
Right. So our pendant, our materials is a composite and it's powder based. And all the materials inside that powder have been researched as far as their effects on what they do to EMF, either to absorb the EMF or as a combination of materials transform the nature of the EMF into a harmonizing field that's compatible for living things. It also gives a reaction to the body that basically puts you at ease and removes the stress from the body because it takes on those fields and it transforms those fields that are in our environment. So our product line is based on research that we basically made for ourselves first to get rid of some of our problems with electrosensitivity and sleepless nights. It basically started from that. And then we found other uses for it, replicating the work of the others you mentioned that were using just epoxies and metal shavings, epoxies and pebbles, and maybe throw in some copper filings or brass filings. And they've shown these effects doing basic experiments. Well, we started to do the same thing, replicating their work, but found that they're much more effective when you increase the surface area inside your composite. And so like a capacitor, when we did that and increased the surface area, when we replicated these experiments with putting things like a 30-day test where you take 2 lemons, put one on one of our plates, put one on a control plate, a normal plain plate, you see which one rots first over 30 days. It's always the one in the control. You can do that for all kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables. And based on that research and experiments, we now have a product line for a plate that goes in your fridge that makes your green and living food last for weeks and not days. So yeah, that's where it pretty much started from.
And one more thing I'd like to add to that, because we get asked, other than how is your stuff different, can I use your products with other kinds of EMF protection products? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
You could use our stuff with other stuff. It doesn't like cancel out another product. We think the more the better, as much protection as you can get in many different ways.
And also what we're really excited about is these things work with other modalities as well. I mean, we just spoke to the head of that has the light company with the red LED light therapy.
Right next to you guys.
So, well, these two modalities are definitely compatible. So you wear something that will put your body at ease and removes the reaction from a toxic, stressful EMF based environment, and then you're being treated with light at the same time. And we see a future where someone's going to be having both or all of these modalities used at the same time to basically blast through any problems that they have. Yeah.
Great.
Very good.
So thanks for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for that. Now, and also you were mentioning about going up on the panel.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Doug is there.
What's that?
So
You ready?
Eric wanted to know if one of us wanted to get up on stage for the panel to promote our products. And so Cece and Matthew they're like, well, we're not sure if we have the expertise. I was wondering if maybe you wanted to get up there and talk about our stuff on the panel.
If that's what you want me to do, I'm here for Fix the World Morocco. I mean, I'm here to do what you need.
Okay.
Whatever
Thank you, Doug.
we got to get the word out. Gotta let
That's
these
right.
people see
Well, you
these beautiful
definitely-
products that we have.
Yeah, let's show people our booth, and then what I'll do is I will send a message to Eric, and maybe we could end the live stream, and then we'll get back up on the live stream when you're doing the panel or not, however that works out. But this is our booth. As you can see, everybody, we've done a ton of printing in order to educate people on what orgone energy is, how it works, how you could use it in your everyday life. You could use it for plants. It works as a fountain of youth for the blood. Our charge plates create a vortex field that helps to structure water. And there's an entire field of science behind structured water.
Yes.
When you drink that, it's so much better for you. So that's why we've got our charge plates in the shape that they are. You just put your drinks on top of that for maybe 45 minutes, and the field will structure your water. Then you can drink it, and that really helps with healing and cleansing the body. We're talking more about Wilhelm Reich. We'll be talking about this tomorrow in our presentation that we'll be giving on EMF protection and orgone energy and how it works. Yeah, and our big sign there. Just trying to explain, because really knowledge is power here. People really need to know and understand this is a natural technology that was given to humanity from God. These are all natural ingredients. It's a natural phenomenon that happens when you mix these things together and you put them into an epoxy resin, and the pressure goes on to all the different ingredients that are in there, which are mostly crystal powders, metal powders, and shungite. Shungite is in all of our products. Shungite is very important for EMF protection and nuclear remediation as well. They use shungite to clean up like nuclear spills and things. So it's a really amazing mineral. And yeah, those are the benefits: pain relief, better sleep, peaceful, relaxing environment, preserves blood samples for longer periods of time, preserves food for longer periods of time, better seed germination in plants, and bigger yields in plants. So our number one bestseller is our sleeping pod. Nobody seems to be able to sleep these days. The reason for that is because all the electromagnetic frequencies that are in the environment are bombarding people and bombarding your brain while you're trying to sleep, making it so that you're not creating melatonin, you're not getting a good night's rest. And when you do sleep, you're not getting that really deep REM sleep that you need to heal your cells. So our sleeping pods, if you want to just show them right now, Doug, they're in that case right there. Our sleeping pods are number one bestseller. And basically you just hold that in your hand, you put it in the bed with you, put it underneath your pillow. And what that does is that creates that orgone field, which helps to block out and neutralize that EMF around you. and then it helps you to sleep. And some people actually wear them in their pockets. They take them with them. I was using it for some pain relief recently. I had an injury in my shoulder from being at the computer for too long. And as soon as I put that right on top of that pain spot on my shoulder, within 10 minutes, the pain was gone. So that's what Orgone Energy can do for you.
All right, so would you like to have another interview or you've got something else planned?
No, we could close this out for now, and we'll let people start to arrive, let the place fill up a little bit. We're gonna go take a break, maybe get some food or something, and we will meet back up with you soon. Let us know if there's like somebody else that wants to jump on to an interview.
Okay, well,
Set
here,
up a live stream.
he happens to be here right now.
Hello, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
So listen, we're doing the biohack panel at 3. So I asked your sister, so either your sister goes or you put Doug on the panel.
I think Doug can go on.
I think Doug should go on the panel.
Doug can go on.
All right, that's fine. So we're gonna do it in the grand ballroom at 3. All
Awesome.
right?
Great.
Wonderful, Eric. Thank you.
You guys are good? Everything's all right?
Everything's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's over the internet right now. That's live.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Okay, so there we go, folks. There's the show. You saw the bulk of the expo. The
So
only thing-
3 o'clock is
7.
7. All right. Well, we're gonna tell you what. We don't expect you to be holding the camera, so we'll just let you go on
Yeah.
at 3.
Okay.
Yep.
So just I don't know, text me, let me know, alert me. I will get to my position. All right. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, Doug.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right.
See you.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we'll
Yeah.
see you. Pick this back up.
All right, everyone.